This week, U.S. intelligence officials declared Russia and President Vladimir Putin to be major threats to the U.S. Some claim they even rigged our elections. The facts are a matter of some debate. With all the scrutiny, we sent Scott Thuman to Moscow to find out how Russia is watching America.
For many Americans, it is a foreign country and concept, Russia, with its onion-domed churches, red star symbols of communism, and of course the mysterious Kremlin, the centuries-old center of intrigue and power. It ruled the old Soviet Empire and helped the U.S. and allies win World War II, then launched the decades-old Cold War that brought both countries to the brink of a nuclear one. Now, under Putin, the Russian bear has regained its swagger. And the new threat isn't just the renewed reach of Russian weaponry, but also a new age of propaganda war conducted in mass media messaging. We were welcomed inside the television headquarters of RT, formerly known as Russia Today, to see America through the reverse lens of the Russian media, with political correspondent Anisa Naue.
How overall would you say America is perceived through the RT lens?
I think we point out stories and things about America that the American government would not like.
RT tells us it is watched by 70 million people a week in 38 countries, with a significantly stronger presence online, claiming to be the most watched news network on YouTube with some 4 billion views. It is also completely funded by the Russian government.
Do you ever get any pressure from above to be tougher on America?
No, I've been very lucky. I'm an American. And I was not tough on America at all before I started working at RT. And it's not because RT made me tough, it's because I started to see, it was even before, it was when I was studying in Russia, and someone asked me who won World War II. And I said, America. And it was the first time I realized that I was living in a bubble. So maybe RT is lucky to have me because I am quite critical of America in a way. But again, RT's goal is not to criticize America, it's to show another side of the story.
Whenever someone is funding something, there has to be a trickle down of some sort, doesn't there, as far as how to present the news?
That's how the news works all over. Every news channel, I mean, you know how much it costs to run a news channel. So they know when they turn on RT, they know what they're getting. They're getting a channel that's funded by the Russian government. So this is going to be the Russian perspective.
Other than the truly propagandistic message that's relayed by CNN, MSNBC, ABC,
and that perspective is often highly critical of the U.S. media. CNN, a favorite target.
Today that Vladimir Putin ordered this attack.
But the broadcasts are designed for an overseas audience and in fact isn't widely seen within Russia. So even with claims of worldwide viewership, the constant critique of America and its media has little impact on many in Moscow.
My perception is positive. I understand that there is an information war, but it's between the governments, not between the ordinary people.
Do you look at America as a friend or an enemy?
Of course, as a friend, because I have a lot of friends there, my relatives lives there, and I don't see any confrontation between us.
Just how Russia both perceives and portrays America depends a lot on where in the country you ask that question. But in the future will depend a great deal upon what happens next in American politics under a Trump presidency.
It's a good country. Yeah, and with new President Donald Trump, we invite you to come to Vladimir Putin to talk together and to make good relations.
And here, some attribute Trump's victory to Vladimir Putin.
Mr. Putin is capable to elect American presidents. Do you know that? If you think it's you, forget about this. If you listen to Russian TV, then of course it is Vladimir Putin, this God on earth, who has managed to elect a good president of the United States, good for the Russian people.
Yevgeny Albats is editor of New Times, which she says is the only independent weekly in the world's largest country, and in a constant battle of being drowned out by state-owned organizations, which she claims accounts for 70% of all media.
How strong is that voice? How loud is that voice of propaganda?
It's the loudest voice we have here in Russia. on a daily basis, 24/7, they report to Russian people that there is one guy who is capable to save them, and his name is Vladimir Putin.
You're an independent agency. Do you still feel pressure from the government?
I mean, of course, we do feel pressure on a regular basis.
Is it dangerous for you?
You know, everything is dangerous in this type of regimes. You never know.
Including, she claims, presenting too positive an image of Putin's opponents.
And if you ask me, am I going to be in printing 2 months from now? I have no idea. A month from now, I have no idea.
Just as it's unclear if there will be any real thawing of relations in a country where there's long been a popular punchline, "Vya vsum vinovat Obama," meaning everything is Obama's fault.
I say it is time for us to come together as one united people.
Trump's win has widely been seen as a Russian win too, reportedly even eliciting applause at the highest levels, but couched with a healthy dose of caution.
I think, yeah, if you went out on the streets of Moscow like you did, people would be hopeful. But they were just as hopeful 8 years ago and were quickly disappointed.
At a hearing Thursday, Director of National Intelligence James Clapper said Russia's RT network was very active in disparaging our system and said it's a grave concern. Another recent concern is Russia flexing its military muscle. Scott also traveled to Kaliningrad, a crucial port where Russia is said to be aggressively posturing against the West. That in the weeks ahead on Full Measure. When we come back today, why you should care about another big foreign policy challenge, China.